Howdy guys, it is Rockstar TK here. So, yeah, as you can see, we're gonna get the in this part we're gonna get the Master Sword. We're gonna in the Wind Waker Hyrule Castle, as we had just arrived from the last part. So, where we left off, you just gotta. It's simple. Just go into the castle. Then you go down the steps, and when you go down, and you can go either way. But as long as you get to there, you'll reach this puzzle here. This is a Triforce puzzle. Now apparently you cannot lift the blocks, so you kind of have to like drag them or push them, you know, or pull them from one side accordingly. And after you get and then make sure you put each block on top of each, Triforce trace. And when you complete the puzzle, you should get something like this. And then what happens, and the cutscene will show like these blocks going down and the light shining up. What happens is, as you can see that this stone right here, the statue of me, or Link, will drag itself right back, and then you just gotta go right up to it, go down here, and you go down into the basement right here. And just so you know, we're in a frozen past, and that's why everything is all in black and white. Now, what you can do is you can climb over the ledge or go down the stairs, and then the point is you have to to go to this thing right here, where the Master Sword is. Once you acquire it, you will all these knights here will all pretty much bow down to you. Then and then everything will turn into color, and all those frozen enemies in the frozen past will all start moving again. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but these stained glass, each one of them depicts a stage. I mean, excuse me, a sage from the Ocarina of Time. The 6 stages, that is. 3 on this side, 3 on that side. Then, from here, when turn back, go back up. You have to go back up to the basement entrance. Then once you leave the basement, the statue will roll in. Now over here, these are the two types of enemies that you are going to be fighting here. One of them is this very big, huge white knight here. These do take a lot longer to defeat, but my suggestion is you always keep the L target on, and then wait and keep yourself distance, and then and then wait for the A to flash on so that you can the icon just so that you can press A and hit him, and then you should just defeat him with a sword. It'll just take a lot more effort, but in the end they're still defeatable. And then on the right I have a Moblin. These ones you've seen these before. I mean, well, all you gotta do is you just gotta slash them out. They can still block too, but now the thing is, guys, make sure whenever you're fighting either one of these, make sure you're only fighting one enemy at a time. Don't ever fight a horde of them all at once. They could probably hit each other, but that's gonna be pretty tricky. I recommend you just fight one at a time in this castle. Actually, anywhere. Alright, so then you want to, and once you have defeated all the enemies, every single one of them, make sure you also check the upper levels too. Then once you get them all defeated, these these electric force fields, these unbreakable ones that will keep you from leaving the castle will actually disappear. Then you can go back to the same exact entrance where you came from. And then you come back out. You want to climb onto the boat, the King of Red Lions. Then you just sail right into or cruise right into the warp shrine, the warp shine, and you'll come back right up onto the onto sea level. When you do that, then make sure you have to sail right back to the Forsaken Fortress. when you go back there, you have to actually out. So throw bombs at it. I mean, with this cannon that you use when you're on the King of Red Lions, and you're gonna start from the exact same spot that you went in last time. That we went in last time. You will find Phantom Ganon. What you need to do is when you start fighting him, make sure you keep the L target on him at all times. Now, when he fires this thunder ball, you can lightning ball bolt you can either slash it back at him until he gets hit by it, or you can just simply dodge them all, and then whether whichever happens, he will either just appear on the ground or he'll fall right down, depending on what you did. Then you have to I'll target him and hit him, hit him immediately before he ever gets you, and then you just keep slashing him as many times as you can. You would have to do this, if I'm not mistaken, about 3 times. Yeah, do it however many times. Just keep doing it until he's officially defeated. Once he's defeated, he will get a treasure chest. Open it and you'll get the skull hammer. Then you're pretty much going to go the exact same. And then from there, you have to go in the exact same path as you did, as we did last time we were here at the Forsaken Fortress. Sometimes you will now a lot of times you're going to encounter these things. So you want to actually use the hammer to knock at least one of these things down before you go over. Don't touch these things now. As always, you want to make sure you actually take out all the searchlights the exact same way we did before. This time you have the swords, so we don't have to worry about using secondary armor here. And then oftentimes you'll find these enemies too. We want to make sure you take them out if needed. And then pretty much overall you got to go pretty much the same path as done in the last visit at the Forsaken Fortress. But instead of when you're in the rooms where you have to fly over to the other platform, you're gonna need to use the deku leaf because the lamps are removed. So yeah, same path, and you should pretty much end up in the same place here. This time to unlock this door, you don't have to fight the same enemy we did last time, any parts ago. You can just actually use the skull hammer to punch down this here, and then the door would unlock itself. Then we can open it and go in. And in the cutscene, Link will obviously, sneak up to the cage, the wooden cage. The pirates are the ones who take out the other 2 girls first, and then they'll take out Aryll. Once that happens, then Tetra follows, but Link will stay behind and have to handle the bird. So, what we got to do? We would have to just keep on going on all these steps and make sure that you actually make it to the next platform before you fall into the water. Now, if you fall into the water or for any reason, like whether you stepped wrong or you got to the next part of the platform or the next part too slowly, they're too late, then you can use the water to get to the next platform and use the grappling hook to swing yourself over. It would take a while. Now, what happened was to me in my case, I just ended up using the water, swimming myself all the way, pretty much, up to the top. And in the end, what will happen anyway is the bird is pretty much at the top here. So you have to L target him and smash him in the head with a skull hammer, and then he's gonna fall into the water. You just gotta go on top, and then in the next cutscene he'll spawn back up, and he will be out in the, and then he'll pretty much close the middle of the fighting field. Now, here's the thing. Oftentimes he'll fly with the and hit you with his talons. So make sure you dodge that. So whenever he's like this, and he's gonna try to like hit you with his beak, smack you down with it. So just dodge out of the way. Make sure he gets stuck in the ground. Then I'll target him, hit him with the hammer, and you want to make sure you do this. You're gonna have to do this whole process 4 times. After when on the 4th time, his mask comes off, and now his face is just truly revealed right here. Notice the red eyes. And then you would also what you have to do is his beak will still be stuck here in the ground. So just slash him with the sword as many times as you can, and then you would have to, and then when he's flying around, he'll try to attack you again the same way as when he had the mask on. You would hit him with a skull hammer, then slash him with the sword as many times as you can. And then you'd have to do that whole entire process twice. Now, without his mask, he will also still fly around and try to, try to strike you while he's flying with his talons again. He can still do that, so make sure so always remember to dodge those. So, and be very tricky on the bird. I mean, the bird is, if you, in the end, the bird is really stupid if, as long as as long as, you be tricky enough for him. When you defeat the bird altogether after that, he'll end up putting himself in the searchlights and breaking apart, leaving all these feathers to descend on us. And he also gives us a heart container, so make sure you take that. Once you do all that, then you just go up, ascend up this inclined plane, up to here, go through this door. Then and then you'll have this dialogue scene with Ganondorf. There's not really much you can do other than to just press A to go to the next dialogue. These are only some of the things the cuts from the cutscenes, but usually it's gonna play out as a full movie, and Tetra does come out to help us in this. But even though she's helpless too, we will be assisted out somehow, and then once we're taken out of there, Baloo, you remember this guy when we helped him back at Dragon Roost Island? He would come in and he would burn this out. And later on, Tetra, will be with us back in the boat, the King of Red Lions, and we'll just go right into the shrine. And that's all in a cutscene. Okay, so from here, since the recording did fail, and that's the reason why I'm doing this.